Alright, Shabbat Shalom. Uh, Yahweh Shemi Ashab Brakathum. To the elect out there throughout the four corners of the earth who are pushing and teaching this word in truth and in sincerity. Um, and I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, Bashim Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect out there who are pushing this word, and that's truly what it's all about, man. All right, pushing this word in the spirit and in the truth. No matter what fucking color your skin is, man. All right, because you got dudes like Bishop Nathaniel here, who is as Apostle Tahar has in the title, it says Bishop Nathaniel said GMS has Edomites in their camp. And so a few years back, it was actually quite some years back, like 3 years back or whatever, probably 4 years. Vocab had posted a video of me out there preaching and teaching on the highways and byways. Okay, because I'm one of those brothers, man. Who is a who has the outward appearance of an Edomite. All right, but that's not what it's about, man. It's about the spirit, man. Okay, the scriptures say that the spirit beareth the witness. Romans 8:16. And so it says, the spirit itself beareth the witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. And there's a plethora of scriptures to go through concerning this topic. Okay, what's the one in Samuel? Where it says to judge, I believe it says to judge righteous judgment, unless that's the one in the New Testament. 1 Samuel 16:7. So it says, but the Lord Yahweh said unto Samuel, look not on his countenance or on the height of his stature, because I have refused him. For Yahweh seeth not as man seeth. For man looketh on the outward appearance, and that's according to what this dude, Bishop Nate, because he don't know, because when he says that these other camps have Caucasians in their congregations, he's judging it based off the outward appearance. But the scriptures say to judge righteous judgment, man. It's coming out more and more, bro, that these other camps just ain't it. And these are the words of Yahushua himself, and it's John 7:24. It says, judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. Test their spirit, man. The scriptures say, when thou get a friend, try him first. And we're being tried in the spirit, man. All right, by walking on this path, to prove ourselves, to be tried through, or slaki, in and through the furnace of adversity. Sirach chapter 6 and verse 7, it says, if thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. And I stood on the other side of the line for 2 years straight, man. I think I probably missed like 1 or 2 times. Throughout those 2 years, man. And then the spirit got put on bros to bring me into the fold. All right. So they proved me. Because I proved, because I proved my patience. All right. And the scripture said that the Lord is Slakia is a rewarder of them that diligently seek Him. And I went out there with diligence. So they judged righteous judgment and brought me in, even though I had some carnal ass thoughts back then, saying like bro, they're not gonna bring me in, man. Nah, that's because I'm white, bro. This and that. Nah, fuck that, bro. Just continue, man. Miracle. Hey, bro, the Lord has miracles happen, man. If you just continue and stay diligent and suffer patiently, these are all beautiful scriptures to apply. And I'm not one to toot my own horn, bro. Okay, I'm just giving testimonies. That's it. Okay, I'm never one to toot my own horn, man. So if it sounds like I'm bragging or anything like that, man, please don't take it that way. Cause I'm just like any other man. Okay, I got my shit, bro. I got, I have my fair share of hell. Okay, believe that. Every man who walks according to this truth, man, has their own fair share of hell, man. Anyways, 1 Samuel 16:7, and so it says, what's that one say? Ephraim is as a cake not. Slakia. Alright, Slakia. Hosea 7 and 8, and we can hold a speckled bird. It says, my nation is unto me as a speckled bird. Hosea 7 and 8. And it says, Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Look, see, and what people got to realize, okay, we got to get that one in lineage of their fathers. Okay, because who you truly are goes back to your father. And that's why people back then, back in the olden days, when they would get asked who they are, or when they would give an introduction of themselves, they would say, I'm so and so, son of, and then they would, and then they would give the name of the father. Numbers 1 and 18 says, and they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers according to the numbers of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. All right. So who you are goes back to your father, because that's who you are, man. That's who you came from. Okay. That's whose seed you came from. Okay. If you put in, it's lucky. If you put an apple seed into soil, what are you going to get? An apple tree. All right. But since Jake has been mingled amongst the other nations, their seeds came out with the appearance of those nations because of the women that they got with. See, you can't always judge, man, directly off of how a person looks. And that is a heavy stumbling block, man. That's a great stumbling block to some of our people. Hosea 7 and 8, it says, Ephraim, he hath mixed himself among the people. Ephraim is a cake not turned. So, if you make a pancake and you only cook it on one side, how's it going to look? It's going to be dark on one side and light on the other. Very simple. Jeremiah 12 and 9. And it says, mine heritage is unto me as a speckled bird. You go right over here to Google. Speckled bird. Type in speckled bird. Look at that, man. A bird with different colors. Speckled bird. Different colors amongst this bird, man. It's not one solid color. Look. You got different shades of brown, and you got light colors in there. All right, like that, man. Very simple things. It says the birds round about are against her. Come ye, assemble all the beasts of the field. Come to devour. Look, see, as a speckled bird, man. So this is not a difficult topic, bro. You know, and then but you got you're always gonna have them haters, man, who don't apply the scriptures. And what's that one where Yahweh Shai said, man, I might have to pause the video to find it because I forgot how he says it. Hang on. Boom. Got it up here now. Luke 9:29. It says, and John answered and said, Master, we saw one casting out devils in thy name, and we forbade him, because he followeth not with us. And Yahushua said unto him, Forbid him not, for he that is not against us is for us. You know? And so, if you see a man do, doing the work of the Lord, and just because he's not in your one specific group, and he's probably of a different complexion, you know, and you accuse him of being a Caucasian or a heathen, shit, bro. The scriptures say, to judge not another man's servant, but you judging a servant just because you feel a certain way about how he looks. Oh man, that's not right, bro. You know, but once again, man, our teachers and our elders have brought us up righteously, bro. You know, we truly and firmly believe them to be those men in John 3:15. Oh, I'm sorry. Jeremiah 3:15. All right. But with that being said, time's cut short. Salakia. I hope that this was edifying, and I'm gonna give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Makakwadash. And until the next one, Shalom.